back.
I'm back.
I'm back too. We're kicking off our summer series, American Gravy, the best in food, quick, simple, easy. We're gonna go back to these simple recipes as well as take requests. So when I post this video, if you wanna see something else, just post it in there in the comments section and we'll be ready to give it to you. Tons of flank steak on sale at the market. You know, you ever noticed that going into the summertime that she was grabbing my butt, by the way. So that's why I was acting weird. She's giving it a rub. So the flank steak seems to pop up more in the summertime. I don't know why.
Because it's like easy grilling.
It is easy grilling. I wanted to show everybody a good way to take flank steak to the next level. So I picked these guys up. Now flank steaks range in all these different sizes. These ones are smaller. They are grass-fed, like typically the more local kind of artisanal producers, you're gonna see the smaller flank steaks. Sometimes they're much bigger. The cool thing about the flank steak is that one of the things we talk about a lot of the grain on the meat. With the flank steak, I mean, the grain just runs right along there. So you can see where the grain runs in the flank steak, although people still don't realize that they've got to cut it against the grain in order to make sure that it's incredibly tender. The flank steak itself, as a cut, comes from really the flank, right? So it kind of comes from the underbelly area of the cow. It's really, really beefy, really rich, a little bit chewier, but that's why we're gonna show you how you can treat this steak to make it a little bit less chewy and also marinate it with a ton of flavor. Because of the way the fibers are, it absorbs I was about to say a ton.
Ooh, well, you just did.
I did.
You did.
Beep, of that flavor. Okay, so what I did was I marinated this flank steak for only like 2 hours. One of the biggest misconceptions about cooking, marinades.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, how long do you think you should marinate?
Well, people are like marinated overnight, marinated for 12 hours.
Yeah.
It's like a whole thing.
And they kind of use it as a, oh, the cops are coming, I gotta go. So, that's the good Huntington Beach Police Department right there, coming to save you. City Councilman Gruhl here.
Oh dear God, okay.
So we got, so the thing is that technically when you marinate meat, you're only doing it to add flavor to the exterior of the meat. Marinades don't break meat down.
So they don't, but people think they do.
Yeah, they think they do because of the acid and the salt. So it does denature the proteins, but it actually doesn't help it, right? So when it breaks it down, it's cooking it a little bit. And that's when, if you over marinate meat, you get a mealy texture on the outside. It actually almost rubs off when it cooks because it's broken down so much. So you don't want to marinate more than 2 hours. It's that simple. And the only reason you're using a marinade is to give it exterior flavor.
I love it.
Now, I'll take it another step. I like to use a marinade for a sauce as well. So what we're gonna do with this flank steak here, which is kind of untraditional because most of the time people will take a flank steak directly onto the grill. I'm pouring my marinade on there.
And almost onto me.
And almost onto Lauren.
You do this a lot.
Why are you not wearing an apron?
Because you look cuter in it than I would.
Well, she likes when I wear a body diaper. So here's what is interesting. You're probably thinking to yourself, why is this going on a sheet pan? Well, it's gonna go in the oven. Oh shoot, I should probably turn the oven on, right? That's good.
That would help.
That would help, right? So we're gonna pop this sucker into a 375-degree oven because I'm gonna cook it on the outside before I throw it on the high heat. The high heat could be a grill or it could be a blasting hot pan, which is what we're gonna use here. We don't feel like going outside.
But what did you use? Because I wasn't here during this.
Oh, I'm gonna get into the recipe, but I do wanna tell you that even with, you see the thickness on the flank steak, right? So you still have over an inch of thickness. That's why I'm still going to reverse sear and slow cook this first, then blast it at the end. Anything over an inch in thickness, I'm gonna do the reverse sear on. Now, if we were using like a skirt steak or we were using a flat meat, fajita meat, any of that, I'd probably just blast it right on the grill or on the flat top. Now, for the marinade, what I did here, I kept it simple. This is my universal marinade for all meats. I used gochujang. This is my
one of our faves.
Yeah, I've talked about this a lot. Fermented chili paste, traditionally used in Korean cooking. Ton of flavor. That fermentation gives it the umami richness, that unctuous mouthfeel. Yes, sir. We got the kids here with us today. What's going on, big guy? Yep. Yeah, his pants are off. He took his pants off, so we're gonna have to cut that one out. Okay, so I got some of the gochujang. I did a little bit of like a whole grain mustard. And this is where you can kind of have fun with the flavors because you can change up the mustards, change up the spice that you want to use, whether this is just like a hot chili sauce. This is my favorite spice mix, Dad's Seasoning. This is just salt, pepper, garlic. Really good spice brand right there. I've got actually some mirin rice cooking wine. I've got a little bit of garlic in there, and then I just hit it with the extra virgin olive oil, right?
It smells really good.
It's really simple. In any marinade, you want fat, acid, aromatic, spice, and bitterness. The bitterness is the mustard, the spice is the gochujang, and the spiciness as well as the spice from this, the acid from the mirin, and then obviously the fat from the extra virgin olive oil. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're gonna throw this in a 375-degree oven. We're gonna cook it for about 10 minutes. Might be a touch longer because I just threw the oven on. There we go. And then we're gonna let that roll. Now, the key is...
What's the key?
The key is... If you want to grill this, right? So like, let's say, you're just summer grilling, well, get the grill going. We got 4th of July around the corner, or actually it's past by the time this is aired. You want to do the grill. You can still use the same technique by taking the grill. You usually have a second tier on a grill, turning your grill on low heat, and then throwing the raw meat on that second tier, right? So you're kind of slow roasting it and smoking it because it's not on that direct heat. Then, as it gets about 8-10 minutes in there and that heat comes up on the flank steak, you blast your grill up to 500 degrees and then you finish it on that high heat grill.
I love it. We should have grilled.
We should have grilled.
It's so pretty out.
It is. You're pretty out.
Oh, you're pretty.
So, all right, cool. Let's give this a second in the oven and then we'll see what happens. So, oh yeah. See,
wow.
it's kind of, it's hot. So it's kind of ugly, right? And the marinade is broken. But what we've done now is that we've penetrated with the heat. The marinade's in there. This is partially cooked. So what we're gonna do right now is we're actually gonna get the pan going and blast it up and do our final sear. It's gonna take.
That should be quick, right? Because it's such a
Yeah, it's quick.
piece.
It's quick, and you got to figure, right? There's a little there's sugar in there from the marinade. What the heck? Do you see this? These guys, it's like they treat me.
He took his pants off, and now he's yelling for you to put his pants on.
That's sounds like me after a couple brouhahas. So now I'm just gonna get that pan absolutely blasting. There's some fat on the exterior here because there was fat in the marinade. So I'm not gonna add any more fat into that pan because it's already seasoned, right? Mm-hmm. Now, we should probably mention too, seasoning a pan is when you take either a carbon steel or a cast iron pan and you work fat into the pan to almost create a natural non-stick surface. I just remembered, I promised everybody that we were gonna do a seasoning a pan video.
I was just gonna say, you gotta teach people.
Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll do that one next. But just essentially, if you season your pan properly, you can actually create a full non-stick pan without like Teflon or any of that other stuff, which is what's great about the cast iron and the carbon steel. So this pan is pretty seasoned. Actually, there's some bacon bits already in there from the German potato salad that we made. The German potato salad that we make. So I'm gonna get that blasting. And then what we'll do is we'll make like a little bit of a pan sauce in there as well with some of the extra marinade. And even though it's broken right now, when we pull it together with cold butter at the end, it'll be perfecto. What?
I don't know what's happening.
It's a hair. It was one of your hairs.
No, it was not. People are gonna yell at me.
So pan blasting. Let's give it a second.
Hot. Look at it.
Yeah, but it's just a light smoke. We want like a hard smoke. Yeah.
Oh, we got
my big guy right here.
We got our cutie.
We're making some steak, big boy. These kids are so spoiled, which by the way, like for everybody who sends us meat, thank you so much.
They love it.
They got so spoiled that it'll be 10 o'clock at night and they'll be like, oh, I want flat iron. And then we'll end up cooking like 6 ribeyes and 2 flat irons from Better Fed Beef at 10 o'clock at night. So anything less now, he's not happy with. You ready for some flank? Some flank steak? Flank, not Frank.
Who's Frank?
Not Frank. He asked me who Frank was. All right.
Here, Jackie.
All right, big guy, here we go. You can flip it. You want to flip it?
No.
Let Daddy do it.
Okay, ready? There we go.
Ooh, does that look good, Dad?
See, it looks kind of ugly though, right? Because it's got like that gray from the cook. Let's give this about 35 seconds, 40 seconds aside. You like that smell? It smells delicious. Yankee game's on today. What do you think? Who's gonna win? He's so conflicted because we're being a New Yorker, I'm a diehard Yankees fan my whole life, but we also like the Angels because they're in our backyard. So when the Yankees play the Angels, we have to take him to the therapist. Okay, so nice sear on there.
Oh, look at that.
A little bit of caramelization, right? There we go. Just a little bit on there, right?
We should have done the grill, babe.
Next episode we'll do grilling and chilling with Lauren and Andrew.
Oh, I like that.
And Frank.
It's Frank.
Wait, who gets to chill and who gets to grill?
You can't help yourself. You're going to be grilling. I'll be chilling.
Now, what happens if the Yankees lose?
Well, then they're going to go out of first place.
That's who winning.
Who?
Okay, 7-0.
The Blue Jays are winning 7-0.
Right
You're
now?
making that up. The game just started.
Yeah, that's 7-0.
Oh my God. What the heck? All right, so we got both sides here. We got.
Oh, no.
So now let's do this. I'm going to take this, okay? I'm going to put this down on the cutting board. But I'm going to use what's left over in the pan with this and make a nice butter sauce in the pan.
Whoa.
There we go, okay? That's it. I'm gonna swirl that butter in. See that? That cold butter right there. And we'll go.
Ooh. That smells amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm just gonna do that right over the top because that's what's left over in the pan.
Yes.
Caramelization.
Wow.
Yep. Get a little bit of that butter all over.
Oh, man.
That's what you want. Now we're gonna, of course, this is the hardest part because we gotta wait for this to cool.
Oh, no.
We're gonna let
How
this
long
sit
do we wait?
long enough to make a delicious tomato salad. Okay. So while this
What are we
cools,
going to make with this?
tomato salad.
You know, we should make some tacos.
We make some tacos. We can make some tacos, but let me do this. I got these beautiful, fresh California tomatoes right here. Okay, California fresh. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is making sure you go out of your way to buy local. Too much of our food is imported, and we need to support the farmers. Now, what people's response naturally has been as I talk about buying local is, well, it's so much more expensive, but it is so much better. It is so much better. And a little bit goes a long way. So if you're gonna buy a ton of tomatoes, think about how much you throw away. I'm talking to you guys. We all know what happens, right? You get towards the end of the month, you go in the refrigerator, end of the week, and there's all this waste and you end up throwing it away. We waste 500 billion pounds of food a year in the United States. It is astronomical. Be specific about how much you buy. Buy local, buy from a farmer's market, buy from a co-op, or just get nowadays what the grocery stores are doing is they'll have like a California section where they feature some of these farmers, Sprouts, various markets, Whole Foods. Get the good stuff because you're supporting good producers. I don't need tomatoes that were grown in freaking Guatemala. Nothing wrong with Guatemalan tomatoes or Guatemalans in general.
But also buying your groceries like every few days at a time, I feel like is such a game changer versus like trying to buy it for the week.
Yeah, that's true.
You do run into a lot of food waste that way.
That is true. So I'm just going to these guys are like candy. I mean, try that. When you eat a fresh tomato, let me explain to you the tomato industry. So tomatoes that are mass produced, commercially produced, the big, the Roma tomatoes, they pick them when they're green. Right? They put them on these trucks and then they throw in like these nitrogen bombs and they basically artificially ripen the tomatoes to make them red because tomatoes that are sold in the grocery store have to meet a specific grocery standard, round red tomatoes. All the other tomatoes get tossed out or they're not able to be sold in this kind of commercial setting. These ones, right? These are picked at the last minute when they're ripe. So they're ripening on the vine and then you get that beautiful sweetness. The downside is that it's more expensive because they're more perishable and they can't travel as far and they can't travel with as much strength, right? So you're always gonna get a better product by paying a little bit more and buying local, and it's worth it, right? So even if you're not a chef, all you gotta do is slice these tomatoes, get some really good in-season tomatoes, and this will go perfectly with the flank steak. Grab a little bowl. You know what's gonna happen here.
I'm thinking about it in my head.
Okay. Why don't you grab me, season it up however you want.
However I want?
Yeah, maybe even one of those Ojai Pixie tangerines. Squeeze that in there. I'll do a little bit of basil. Okay, so this is an Ojai Pixie tangerine from California, another Melissa's Produce product. Absolutely delicious. Kind of like those cuties, but this is local and I mean, look at that.
That's pretty.
Oh, smell that. My God, smell that. You guys smell that? That's unbelievable. Right? Now watch the juice on this. I'm gonna do an orange kind of tangerine style vinaigrette in here, but like, look at how juicy this is. Wow. It's still going. It's still juicing. Just a little bit of the zest in there. So doing this kind of like orange basil tomato salad, which will go perfectly with the flank steak, which is rich and beefy. Mm-hmm. Just kind of what.
I'm gonna do a little salt. Is that right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, salt for salt for shizzle.
For shizzle.
For shizzle.
Perfect.
Okay, so yeah.
Stop.
So you got that in there, right? Now let's get some. We could do the Vidalia onion in there, but I'm going to be tasting that for the next week. Some of the fresh basil. Let's just toss this puppy up.
I love a good tomato
It's been a
salad.
good year, so I got golden spoons.
Yeah.
And maybe a little fat in there, right? Like just a little
olive
extra
oil?
virgin olive oil. Yeah, that Chichio's extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, now we're talking.
Alrighty, perfect.
Yeah, that olive oil in there, right? So now we can let these sit and marinate. Mm-hmm. Now the juice that's left over, and it's almost now like a tomato orange vinaigrette. Drink it or just pour it over the steak.
Let's see.
Oranges and tomatoes. It's a combination that you otherwise wouldn't think would work. But with these sweet tomatoes and the sweet Ojai pixie tangerines, they amplify each other. They're like showing off.
Should we do a little more salt?
Could do a little more. Yep. Best part of cooking. Tasting and seasoning. So we'll slice up our flank steak here in a sec. Is it really 7-0 in the Yankee game?
Yes.
I actually believe him. All right, so let's take this guy right here. Right now the key, so you see the grain right there. Find where the grain is. Now we're gonna cut against the grain. What I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna cut on a bias. So this is a straight cut if I'm going 45 degrees off the cutting board.
You don't want to leave me?
Oh my God, he's telling the truth.
Wait,
That's
what
horrible.
inning is it?
It's like the second inning.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so this right here, this is 90-degree angle straight down. I take it to like a 45-degree angle to cut it open with a bias, which actually also tenderizes it because then you've got less of, you're kind of breaking through the grain, right? So I'll do it that way. Plus it makes the pieces look a little bit bigger. See, so I'll take that against the grain, nice and thin, slicing it thinly against the grain on a bias. And the flank steak I like to take to about medium, because you want to, with a cut like this, that's an off cut, they consider it, it's not going to be as tender as a fillet, so you actually need the heat to break it down a little bit. There we go. But now what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to take a little bit of this, and take just a little bit of the dressing from the tomato salad.
Yeah.
And it's running out, but whatever. We're all friends here.
All right, let me try. Oh, I'm so excited. Jack, you want to try?
Want a piece, big guy?
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, watch out, it's hot. It's hot.
Ready?
Cheers. Cheers, big guy. Cheers.
Here, you want this
Cheers.
piece? It's not as hot. Here.
Hey!
What?
Not for you.
No, I mean the cheers.
Oh, we need a cheers, you're right.
Here, cheers, Bubba.
I mean, I outdid myself again. We did. It was a group effort.
What do you think, Bubba? Good?
There you go. So I cut it a little early, that's why it's bleeding, but that's fine. Now what I'll do, throw on a few tortillas, and there you go, that's dinner. That's what I'll give the boys. There you go.
Look at Jack.
Okay. And there you go, perfect for the tacos. Got a couple in here,
Oh, man.
I want that on
a couple tomatoes, a little salsa. Oh God, it's coming out everywhere. That's it. That's all you need, a little extra salt. Hit me with a little salt. He's got his taco. Bingo. Bingo.
Try it.
There you go. Okay, cheers.
What do you think?
On another level.
Oh, my God.
On another level.
Wow.
Okay, so we got flank steak, perfectly cooked, if I do say so myself.
It is perfectly cooked.
As an elite Yelper, what would you give that? Like 4 or 5 stars?
5-star all the way.
Thank God. Thank God. So just some, why is my brain stopping? Napales. You're Mexican. Can you say it
Yes.
properly?
It's corn tortillas made with nopales.
With, what was that?
Nopales.
Hold on, what was that? Napales?
Yes, it's, you know what that is, right?
Napales, it's a cactus.
Yes.
Yeah, No,
So-
these are beautiful.
So good.
If for any of you watching in Orange County, California, new Northgate Market just opened up.
In
Where?
Costa Mesa, you have to go. It is like incredible.
Yeah, the salsa's there,
The salsas,
unbelievable.
the tacos,
Yeah.
the tamales,
Yep,
fresh tortillas.
yep. They
It's
have
amazing.
they even have donkey meat there.
Okay. I don't know if they do.
They don't. I'm just kidding. Don't say that. Okay, well, thanks for watching.